The state of Star Wars, according to Chillmonger. This is coming off the news of Obi-Wan, the web series on Disney Plus, has been postponed. And is this shocking? Is it bad? Is it good? What is Kathleen Kennedy up to? I feel like Kathleen Kennedy is just who you sweep all the dirt to now. She'll collect it, she'll get all the blame and pointy fingers pointed towards her because she can do no right. Everybody already hates her. She's on the way out next year when the contract expires, so blame everything on Kathleen and move forward. Just because we heard that the Obi-Wan series has been postponed now, it doesn't mean that wasn't the case 6 months ago. We just find things out now. It seems to me that Kennedy's out. It's some new story group. Favreau's got to do his own thing on Mandalorian, and he's doing a damn good job of it. He's the guy in charge of that story, and he consults with Filoni and everyone else. I feel like the Clone Wars right now, the animated series, that's happening. All right, Filoni again. Does it feel like Filoni's actually in charge right now? I mean, he's not going to get paid like he's in charge. He's not going to be having the title like he's in charge. But if he's going to be controlling what happens in those three film release dates that's happening in 2022, 24, and 26, pretty certain he is. It's not Kathleen Kennedy. How dare she? How could you possibly appoint that human being who's about to leave you in a year with in charge of what happens next and next? That's not who you give it to. You give it to next man up, Dave Filoni, maybe George Lucas, who knows? But that's the state of Star Wars. It's that we got an Obi-Wan series that's delayed. I think and hope that the Obi-Wan series will be an Obi-Wan movie. I don't believe, I'd like to believe that there's not 10 episodes of adventures that Obi-Wan was on. Nah. Give him one, because we don't want to play with episode 4. We don't want to make it seem like the first time Luke sees that lightsaber, he probably should have known because such and such happened in the Obi-Wan series. No, we're into making money, right? Obi-Wan is a movie character. He's proven track record to bring people into the theaters. Remember that we are not the casual fans. The casual fans of Star Wars, they know Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor. The us fans, we know about Mandalorian. We watch a little bit of the animated series, and we watch. Some of us like the comic book. Some of us know more about parsecs and all that Star Wars goodness. The casuals are who matters. And if a movie's gonna make money and he's basically a guaranteed, give it to him. One solid adventure. Movie can start with him looking at Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost, who will be played by Liam Neeson, who's still with us. Boom. From the jump, we already know that years have passed and he's been receiving training. Luke could be a little boy. It's been Revenge of the Sith is 2005. So if Ewan McGregor aged to 20, that's 15 years. So hey, Luke Skywalker, I guess you wouldn't have a Luke Skywalker be a teenager, huh? Luke would have to be around maybe 12 or 13, have a little cameo appearance, maybe like Princess Leia at the end of Rogue One, how she just kind of showed up. This means hope. She said hope. And then we'll do the same with Luke Skywalker end of this Obi-Wan movie. I just mean we gotta connect stuff like that from Tatooine. Man, I thought I heard something. It's nothing. Let me go back to Tashi Station to get my power converters, whatever the F he was trying to do. Just a little moment like that. Dual sons and all that stuff for Luke. The state of Star Wars with the Mandalorian, you're doing no wrong. The state of Star Wars with Feige and what's he doing? I believe Feige gets to produce one movie. He's probably going to be managing that universe, or at least a consultant. Same with Lucas. I hear what they're doing with comic books and what they're doing with animated. All of Lucasfilm right now is being coordinated and working together, which is going to be better than the MCU does because these happen in Earth 616, all the comic books I read here and talk about. And then we got the movie universe, which is Earth 199.99. There's no connection. I called it the wrong Earth, actually. 199.99. There's 5 nines. Caught myself. So I think that Star Wars, they have the benefit of making their everything canon. Is it ignored? Well, to Kathleen Kennedy, yes. There's no canon. There's no source material. We just kind of get out there and write our own scripts. Ugh. Anyways, all those novels and everybody who's been reading those things, they'll be rewarded for enjoying things outside of the main, I guess, films. Mandalorian's tight too. Mandalorian is gonna make Falcon and Winter Soldier look bad. And anything that doesn't come up to that. I'm hyped for WandaVision because it looks like they're doing some sort of House of M. I'm hyped for WandaVision. Let's just say that. They're probably going to introduce the Young Avengers and because we already got Iron Lad. She's going to have two kids. There's Stature, Stinger, whatever they call Cassie Lang nowadays. The Young Avengers are going to do their thing. Personally, I'm more of a fan of the Champions, but that's okay. Young Avengers are going to be there. Now. What else is happening in Star Wars? I just slipped my mind. Oh, Chris Yost. He might be the guy writing it. Phenomenal writer. New X-Men, X Force. This man put his foot down. The Second Coming event that he did. He can't be touched. And when he writes shit, like he writes some of the Thor movies, he wrote an episode of Mandalorian. It was the one where they went to space and they were the Bill Burr episode, that one. Fieldsman, what was his name, man? Bill Burr's character's name, I forgot what it was. But he'll be back because he's alive. So Chris Yost wrote that episode. This man is the truth. Even if he didn't write that episode, he's never led me astray. And I wish he was doing comic books again. Can you imagine if we had that guy back in Marvel? If he was in charge of the X-Men? If he was in charge of Spider-Man or whatever he likes? Maybe he feels like he did it all. But that was my man. So the state of Star Wars right now, is it broken? Is it crooked? Is it everything bad? The problem with the films that they introduced was hyperspace tracking. There's the Holdo maneuver. They tried to explain in episode 9, but they're way too stupid to understand what a mistake it was to even explain it that way. It was a 1 in a million shot. Why was it a 1 in a million shot? What was the circumstance that makes it so rare? There is no answer to that. Chillmonger has the answer to that. The ships that they manufactured, they sell to the good guys, they sell to the bad guys, as we learned in episode 8. They make every million ships, they make one that is jailbroken and it can lightspeed anywhere. You don't got to calculate, the same way Han Solo explained to Luke in the first Star Wars movies, A New Hope, when he said, you first, before we go to Alderaan, we got to make sure we calculate. We don't want to end up in an asteroid. We want to get there alive. Okay, that. You don't got to follow that rule for a Holdo shift because it was a 1 in a million model. Somebody watching from Star Wars over here? I got the answers. I'll retcon anything. I'll fix anything. So then we go to hyperspace tracking. Man, let's just say they could only track those ships. But episode 9 fucking ruined it because the TIE fighters were hyperspace skipping along with Poe. Whatever that means, I don't know. There's just no brain over there at Star Wars saying, well, what does this mean for future movies to come? The hyperspace tracking meant that episode 9 had to be creative and do hyperspeed skipping. Now that hyperspeed skipping is introduced and how you can track a Millennium Falcon as a TIE fighter and be exactly at the next planet that they're in, so much more is added. It's broken, yes. I don't know. I can pretend it doesn't exist either. Like Ahsoka Tano being dead by talking to fucking, what's her name? Rey Palpatine, when she was using her force at the end and we're all with you, and I could hear Ahsoka's voice. Well, I didn't hear it, but I heard that it was part of her voice. That's bullshit. She shouldn't be dead. Maybe she's in the world between worlds and she's saying, go ahead and kill Palpatine because last time he went to the world between worlds and that's how he came back. This time I'm in the world between worlds and I'm waiting for him. I'll slice him and dice him and I'll be the one to kill Palpatine, not you. You think you're doing it. You think he's disappearing, but he just went to the world between worlds. I'm going to be there with me and Ezra. We're going to get him. We're the ones to save the universe. Galaxy. Universe 2, I guess. No, just galaxy, because there could be another galaxy a little bit farther away, which is also using, force users and things like that. But I solved that problem, you see? Like, I got the answer to everything. World between worlds, that's how Palpatine Emperor Sidious got to come back this time. And that's why this time when he gets killed by Force Lightning, that's why he'll actually stay gone. Chillmonger here with the answers. State of Star Wars is not bad. It's not damaged. It's damaged. It's not broken. Star Wars is not dead. What happens afterwards, I don't know. I would keep Rey on that island in Tatooine with those lightsabers under the sand. I know someone somewhere sometime is gonna say she was pregnant. That's why Kylo Ren put his hands right there. Someone's gonna do it. I'm not gonna be the guy to do it. I'm pretending I'm the president of Lucasfilm. I'm gonna you leave her alone, leave that actress. Hey, go make some noise in Hollywood, go become a star. We'll bring you back eventually because you're nice and what she's 26 years old. Uh, Daisy Ridley, she has a long career, and it'll be a great moment the time we bring her back when she's in her 50s, maybe 40, so she can still do some stuff. We're not going to be stupid and wait all those years because can you imagine if we had Mark Hamill in his 40s? Ooh, that guy would have been doing amazing things. It also doesn't work out because the amazing things he could be doing now are because of visual effects, and we wouldn't be able to pull it off when he was 40 in the 90s. That's my state of Star Wars vids. Like my video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to this. I do Star Wars, I do Marvel, mostly Marvel. I do more though. I like talking about other things.